Right then, good afternoon everybody. Let's get on with it, shall we? Here we go then. It is EARL round 3 everybody for Imola, the track that isn't even on the calendar for the next Formula 1 season. But we are here probably for the final time, one of the final times in EARL. But here we are, Imola everybody, and round 3 has begun. 16 drivers join us for this one this evening. And we've got it's a nice bunch. It really is for tonight. As hopefully we can have a nice race. Nobody out of the pit lane in the early stages, but at the minute, you know, we've just got in. We're going to wait a little bit before the drivers make their way out. But first of all, I'm going to start with going through who's joining us tonight, everybody. Riley Blunt in the Ferrari, joined by Maslan in the Haas. Then I'm going to call him. I don't know how I'm going to say K5 because I've got no idea. K5 in the Aston Martin. Is it Ilrian? I think we'll have to do that. Scissors, love to see him. Artem in 6. Got Balance in 7. KB. We've got DM Cloud, Lawless Supply, Barmy, Edsy, Wipeout, and Great Antoine. Ladies and gentlemen, in this race for this evening, it is a 32-lap race with an 18-minute qualifier, and we are 17 minutes from the end now. Some drivers exiting the pit lane. That will be the Aston Martin of K5 then on a outlap right now. But if you're in the chat, let me know. It is good to see you. One of my first times here at EA Racing League, so hopefully we can get on well. But I did do the it was not pre-season, sorry, it was the social races. Did one of the social races a few weeks back. So yes, but we are back for EA Racing League. And K5, one of the only drivers on an outlap. DM out there as well. Hopefully we can get some nice times from them in Imola. The overtaking here normally is amazing, and hopefully we can get that again today. That is what I am hoping for, as I've had some very nice experiences with Imola. I've got to say, it is such a beautiful track. As K5 heading round all the way down into the 3rd sector and to the final few corners now before he kick starts this evening off with his first lap. Will he make it round in one piece? That's a good question, isn't it? Let's see for the Aston Martin, who has got a teammate of Great Antoine down in 16. Here now, K5 is going to start a flying lap. Here we go, over the line for the first one of this afternoon. As he heads all the way down into turn 1. Very tight and technical through the first few corners. Will he be able to master it as he goes on the outside line? Brakes quite a bit early there. You could have took a bit more speed through, to be fair. But we'll see what he's capable of. Runs it out wide as the car on the inside moves out the way. As Peekaboo joined us back in the chat. It's good to see you again for a second time, mate. I appreciate you joining us. Thanks for being here. And I think I might need the support in the chat. We've not really had anyone in here for a while, apart from Snowy earlier on. So if you can stay around, would absolutely love that, mate. But don't worry if you can't. K5 then, let's go back to his lap as he heads into the end of the 2nd sector. What will it be? He is the first man to set a time, and the end of the 1st sector is going to be a 52.2 at this moment, everybody. Here we go then, K5 all the way down into the final few corners here in Imola, ladies and gentlemen. What can it be for the Aston Martin as he flies towards the line, foot to the floor? And you can't do anything better than this. It is going to be 1:19.1 to set the bar this afternoon. Will it be beaten straight off the bat as a Mercedes over the line now to begin the lap? Another Aston Martin of Great Antoine to start a lap now as well. Is there any laps coming in soon? Maybe Mercedes? Yes, DM. I remember he's the 2nd driver to put a time on the board. Here we go then into the final couple corners. Can he beat K5's time of 1:19.1? Here comes DM over the line. It's a 1:21.567, ladies and gentlemen, in qualifying. Riley Blunt over the line with a 1:13.9. Very much faster than K5 there. and Riley puts on a sensational time to kick-start this evening off. Love to see it. Who is on a flying lap? Anyone close to the line? We will quickly be checking. KB, this man is going to hit the line very soon. Here we go then in the kick Sauber towards the line with the DRS apps activated. It's going to be 1 minute 13.555, and he puts it ahead of Riley Blunt in qualifying for EA Racing League at this moment in time. Not bad at all. Who is that? Lawless Fever to P5 with 129. As he's looking like he's going on a presentable lap now. So let's see what he can do into the first few corners. That is the kind of speed you want to carry, but he took too much in. The rears just couldn't handle it. They couldn't hold off, and he nearly went into a fatal spin in qualifying. Everybody, people in the chat, let's have a look. YouTube probably going to be here, but I'm going to watch 2 streams because Wolfie's streaming the race. I am team principal in. Oh, fair enough, mate. Well, if you've got more important stuff like that, don't worry. You know what I mean? Get off and do that. But yes, anyway, Ethan. What can Ethan do? He's fastest in the first sector, apparently, in the Red Bull. Can this man maybe set a provisional pole time? Have we got another contender up at the top this evening? They've got yellow flags in the final sector as Ethan Taylor is flying, supposedly, at the minute. We'll see what he can do in the second sector. So let's see what he can do. It is going to be a 53.6. Not fastest in the middle sector. It was fastest in the first. But he's going to head all the way down now into the final couple of corners of the Imola track. What a famous track it is. It's a shame it's not on the calendar next season. As Ethan heads towards the line. Here we go then. What can he do here in Imola? P12 to P8 to 1 minute 19.7 in qualifying. Not so bad at all. One away from the back. At this moment in time, Maslin puts himself in P5, Etsy puts himself in P6, and the 2 Hasses line up on the 3rd row of the grid provisionally at this moment in time. So very good from them at the minute. Barmy Tick has invalidated this lap around, so he won't be going to put a good lap on this one. Maybe he will go again. He's got a lot of time to do it. 11 minutes and 25 seconds more. Wipeout Junior. Here he is in the Alpine. What can this man show us today as he heads into the final corner and towards the line? The DRS flap will get wide open. The battery being used, even though there's barely any left. It's a 1 minute 14.988, and he gets it into P7. Wipeout Junior does in the Alpine. Not bad at all from him, being the only Alpine here today. Actually, the sole Alpine. Big but I want to support you. I appreciate that, mate. Thank you very much. Well, you'll have to watch the 2 streams then if you really fancy it, but yeah, it's good to be here, everybody, for EA Racing League. Not been here too many times, but I will be here for the season. That is for definite, and hopefully you're enjoying the comms so far. Hopefully for people that are going to watch this back, you're enjoying this so far, and yeah, hopefully we can give you a good stream. 19 drivers here tonight now. As you know, we came in with 16. People have joined a bit late. 19, very nearly a full grid. As we now have Zyro, Nick Arrow. What else? We've got Cloud, I think, has joined as well, and Artem. That's just some of the new drivers that have joined us since I last checked. Balint out of the pit lane then in P3, and looking hungry for more, actually. I'm sure he's going to want to strive for that provisional pole. He's got half a second to find if he wants to be on the top spot, but only a 10th if he wants to be in second place. These are the margins that we're working with, everybody, in Formula 1, and it is absolutely incredible. It really, really is. With 9.5 minutes to go of this session. And if you're just joining us, a 32-lap race will follow after this session, so I'm sure we're all looking forward to going into that. Scissors on an out lap. Let's see who's on a flying lap, shall we? Supply Raptor is possibly on a flying lap now. Can't be sure though, so I'm going to move on. See if we can. Great Antoine on an out lap. He'll be starting his lap soon. Riley Blunt then, 3/10 improvement. He's in P3. And he is going to want to find much more time at the minute. He's in the 1 minute 13s with the top 3 at the moment, and that is good enough He's second row of the grid, starting provisionally. He wants even higher. He needs to find only 500 of a second for second place. Riley Blunt over the line. He snatches provisional pole in qualifying with 8 minutes to go. 1 minute 13.331. And he absolutely blows that time out of the park. Will it be beaten is the question, with 8 minutes to go. Still a little while before the end of this session. So still, it is believable if people can go and beat him. Ballint, oh my lord, this man is going absolutely rapid through the first corner. The speed he carried through there, and the car just completely responding to what he tells it to do. Here we go. What can he do? 2 tenths up, 2.5 tenths up in the first sector. Not too bad at all. He's already half the way there to finding that half a second, sorry, which he needed to take provisional pole. Now he needs even more, as Riley Blunt raises the bar with 1 minute 13.3. Has Ballint got anything in stock for us today? All the way up then to the end of the second sector in the Williams with a 1 minute 14 flat. He needs to find time. He's found 4 tenths of a second in the middle sector. This man is flying out there in the blue Williams as he heads all the way down to the end of this lap here in Imola. What can he do in qualifying? P5 at the moment. The Williams is finding immense time as he rounds off the final corner, and foot is flat to the floor with the DRS. Here we go. Will it be provisional pole for Ballint over the line? It's P3. He just find 2 places, and it's 3, nearly 4 tenths of a second found. That was a very nice time from Ballint, tight and clean, and it is going to be second row of the grid at this moment in time, starting for the Grand Prix. Wow, KB puts it in second place as we were a bit occupied there. Scissors in 6, just set a time there actually in 6th place. DM in 7, Maslin 8, Edsy 9, Wipeout Jr. on an outlap in 10. What have we got down the grid? Have we got any laps? Let's have a look. Lawless, possibly. All the way down the straight then, it is Lawless Fever who puts it in P10 at the moment, with very little ERS in that car. We've got Artem going into the pit lane. Barmy Tick in P18 is on a flying lap, I think, with the fuel mode on. I'm not too sure if this is going to be too good of a lap, to be fair, but we can hope. We can hope. Here he comes then. Will this be the flying lap that we thought it was in the kick sound with 5 minutes to go, everybody? So still a lot of time. Still a lot of time for the top drivers to come out and do even better. As Barmy Tick is going to head towards the line. What will it be? It's going to be P13 to start off with for him. Not so bad at all to kickstart his qualifying in P13. As now the full grid finally is here. We have the full grid. The last piece of the puzzle joins. It is Vettel in P17. Love to see it. Now 20 drivers join us in this race, with quite a few people in the Twitch chat as well. I appreciate everyone you've been here. Hopefully you enjoy the commentary tonight. We've got Stop in the chat. Blunty fastest? No way, he says. Riley Blunt fastest. Obviously I've not been around for a while. Is that usual for Riley Blunt to be there, or is this a normal thing? This is a normal thing. I'm not too sure. You'll have to let me know. I've got to get used to the times here at EA Racing League. No, it's not. Oh, Blunty joins us in the chat. It's good to see you. No, it's not. Well, fair enough. Good on you, mate. Well done. 1 minute 13.331. It's 2 tenths clear of second place. So that is very good. Very good indeed. Good luck. Good luck for the race. 4 minutes to go. The question is, will you even hold the provisional pole here in qualifying? I'm not so sure. We will see. 4 minutes to go. The top 3 in the pit lane. Supply Raptor does come out, and he now starts a lap. So let's do it, shall we? What has he got in store for us? Can he find any more time? P4 for him at the moment. and I'm sure he wants to go even faster than that, like everybody does. As he's on the outlap, actually, of course. Sorry, I've not done that for a while. Forgot about that. In P4, so he'll be going on a lap pretty soon. K5 in 16 is on an in-lap, I believe, unless he's going round and then setting a lap on the lap just after this. But 3 minutes to go, everybody. Zyro is a man that is going to, you know what, he's on a lap now. Let's do this one, shall we? 30 seconds. His lap is at the moment. He's been through the first sector now, venturing through the second as he clips the curb on the exit there. That's a very nice line from Zyro in the McLaren, who's leaving it very late to set a time. 3 minutes only to go now in qualifying, and the top three still haven't exited the pit lane. That is going to be exciting when they do, let me just tell you that, because who is going to take pole position today? Nobody quite knows. Riley Blunt with a shock provisional pole at this moment in time. And now, let's just see. Let the qualifying unfold. Zyro slides into the final two corners here in Imola and up towards the start-finish straight. What will it be in qualifying for him? Over the line, he puts it in P8. Not a bad time for him so far. And a very decent time, to be fair. Sticks it about mid-pack. As now we wait with 2 minutes and 20 seconds for the drivers to exit the pit lane. Let's see what they will do. What have they got in store for us today? We've seen the bank collapse. We've seen the main bulk of it. Now it is give it everything time for the drivers, with only 2 minutes of qualifying to go. Then the 32 lap race, sorry, which will be coming up just after this. 2 minutes to go. Everybody exiting the pit lane. It's going to be incredible for the final stage of qualifying, everybody. It is going to be absolutely brilliant, and I cannot wait to see it. Maslin out there on the track, a big long line of drivers, big long spider of cars, just heading around the circuit at the moment, warming those tyres up, getting the car into the optimal conditions for the lap, optimal working conditions. What will it turn out like is the big question. Riley Blunt, will he hold provisional pole? Will he hold that pole position? He does invalidate on the outlap, so not bad. At least it wasn't a flying lap. As Zyro is the first retiree of the session in the pit lane. He has gone P8 or lower for him then, starting for the Grand Prix. As this is it, 1 minute. How will this play out, everybody? Every single driver out of the pit lane, every single driver is ready for a flying lap. 50 seconds of qualifying left, and the drivers have got to make it to the line before that timer runs out. KB begins the lap now, so do many others, all the way down. I'm going to try and get to the front of the pack so we can follow along with it. Who have we got then? Loads and loads of drivers here. Cloud is on a lap at the very back. This man hasn't even set a time yet. As we're going to be at a point soon where every single driver is going to be on the flying lap. This is absolutely brilliant. The drivers flying round this Imola circuit as Cloud over the second sector. It's a 49.1, apparently fastest in the first and middle sectors. Will Cloud put a decent time on here in qualifying with only 10 seconds to go? The drivers that haven't made it to the line, which is nobody, wouldn't be able to finish. But now, every single driver in this session is on a flying lap. This is it. Cloud flies towards the line for the first time of this bunch. What will it be for him? It's going to be P6 in the Ferrari. Not bad at all. Now, let's go to KB. Never mind, it was his teammate, Barmy Tick, over the line. He improves by a lot. It's P13 for him. Now it's a McLaren of, is it Lawless Fever? Yes, it is, over the line. He finishes P12 in qualifying then, everybody. It looks like a Williams or an Alpine, possibly, is heading towards the line. Vettel, their teammates, is on their way around, as Ballint with a 5-place grid penalty there. What is going on? Crazy qualifying. Loads of times coming in. It is KB then, everybody. Second place. Riley Blunt in the pit lane. He won't be set another time. Ballint in 3. Maslin 4. Artem 5, Scissors 6, Supply Raptor 7, Cloud 8. Will Nick improve? No, it's 9 for him. Let's see for the RB. P16 for him, not too bad at all. K5 then with a bit of an improvement in the middle sector, flying towards the line for the final time this evening. It's going to be P20 for the Aston Martin, who can't find enough time to get higher on the grid. And here today in EA Racing League, Riley Blunt is on pole position, ladies and gentlemen, for the Imola Grand Prix. It is KB who lines up on the front row with him. There's a 2/10 pole margin there from Balint in third place. Then Maslan 4, Artem 5, Scissors 6, Supply Raptor 7, joined by the second American, Cloud in 8, Nick Arrow 9, Zyro 10, then we've got DM 11, Lawless Fever 12, Vettel 13, Barmy Tig 14, Edsy 15, Lyrian 16, Ethan 17, Great Antoine 18, Wipeout 19, and K5 at the back of the grid in P20. That is it for qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. Next up is the Grand Prix. It's going to be a good one. Wolfie, hello in the chat. It's good to see you. What's this collaboration thing you've just sent me? I don't understand it. What's this about? Oh, was it me, Wolfie, that did it? Oh, if it was me, I didn't mean to. Anyway, right, everybody, if you're in the chat for the first time, let us know. Let's get the hype up in here. We've got a very nice Grand Prix coming your way, with 32 laps behind it, and we've got Riley Blunt on pole position. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a brilliant one, and I cannot wait. Let's see. Latest follower, Mint Block. I appreciate the follow, mate. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. 644 followers now on the Jack Cross the Comms channel, and let's get 1,000, shall we? Let's push for the 1,000. It's been a while in the making for 600. It really has. But let's go. Next goal is 1,000, everybody. Hopefully we can get there in the coming months. But I'm not too sure if you guys have much of a break. Oh, here we go then. No more breaks, everybody. It is round 3 of EA Racing League. And to get us going, Riley Blunt in the Ferrari with a bit of wheel spin, but a decent start off the line. It's lights out, and away we go. He's in the lead already. Maslan in second place. It's absolute carnage down into turn 1 here in Imola. It's Lyrian then in second place. But what is going on? It's absolute carnage then down into turn 1, unless this is planned, or was that not? What is going on? Is it? Wow. Crazy start, unless they all have to retire on purpose. I think it's a lobby restart, I'm guessing. Sounds like it. Lobby restart? Yeah, lobby restart. My bad, guys, didn't know about the lobby restart. So, half the lobby wiped out, yeah. We've got the lobby restart, everybody, because somebody readied up early. I understand their frustration. I've had that loads before. It's a pain. It's an absolute pain. Well, what a brilliant race, everybody. Well, there we go. Lobby restart is on your way. I may put you on the Grand Prix sign soon screen in a minute, but for now I might just stick with you for a little bit. Great race, everybody. Great race. It's a bit like on par with the 3-second lap we witnessed yesterday. If anyone was in the stream yesterday. Right, it's going to be a lobby restart, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be a lobby restart. So we're going to have to wait just a little bit. But good job to everybody on the retiring. They got it done very fast and quick. No messing about. And then we can get straight back into it as soon as possible. I'm going to put you on the Grand Prix starting soon screen. Hopefully leave you with a bit of music. Enjoy it. It's a load of random stuff. But hopefully it just fills the gap a little bit. See you very soon, guys.
Classic pop hits from the last 30 years.
Crossley Hits Radio.
Non-stop pop.
Non-stop pop.
Right, we're back for a little bit of an update, everybody. Bit of an update. We are still in the lobby. Should be going very soon now. I can't imagine this to be a very never mind. We've got a new lobby being made, everybody. New lobby being made. So this might take a little longer than it should do.
I just want to get a good thing going.
If you're in the chat, let us know. Hopefully you're enjoying the commentary so far. Hopefully the qualifying was okay for you. The racing was superb. Hopefully the Grand Prix is on par with that. I can imagine it will be.
It's not what it was. How do I go on? Pray I don't let it all get on top. In time, you've seen a lot.
Oh, I didn't know I got invited. That's my bad. Yikes. Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, 1,000 lights in the rave, shining bright, I hide my face. Trying to find a time and place, I get right with grace. Life's a maze, I'm wide awake, we strive to find escape, and even in the silence.
There's the invite, there we go. Shouldn't be too long now, everybody. We can get going soon.
Used to be close and now we waging war, ways ignore, take the fall. Hear it in my cadence and the way I talk. Know some things will never change. Drowning in the downpour, surroundings are the same. Thought that I was grounded, all I found was my pain. Shrouded in the rain, same mistakes made again. Cause I was chasing a flame until it turned to ash. Burning packs, trying to swerve the fact. Heard the chat, whispers through the grapevine, absurd, but I murmured back. Before it gets better, it gets worse, and that's the way it goes. Still on these paves, but I made them home.
What you say goes. Hair's gone down mellows. What you say goes. I don't wanna know. What you say goes. Hair's gone down mellows. What you say goes. I don't wanna know. I don't wanna
I can make a chick in my sleep. I stay in my lane like a street. Only want the range for a week. It's 20 bands for the seats. Comments come on all my receipts. I feel like a dog I can eat. Hide into the doors of a Jeep. I don't play with my nose, but I can make a chick in my sleep. I stay in my lane like a street. Only want the range for a week. It's 20 bands for the seats. Comments come on all my receipts. I feel like a dog I can eat. Hide into the doors of a Jeep. I don't play with my nose, but I know I want the pool. Stop, but I took off to the beach. I know I never owe. Asking me for money or a leech. When they got my own. Down in club, never cheat. I know it's gone. By the way, going off a lead. I can make a chick in my sleep. Come on, all my receipts. I can make a chick in my sleep. Come on, all my receipts.
Thanks for the follow, Daniel. Thank you very much. Hopefully we can get going very soon for the racing, everybody. I hate to keep you waiting, but you know, can't really do much about it. New lobby has been made because somebody readied up.
I stay in my lane like a street. Only want the range for a week. It's 20 bands for the seats. Comments come on all my receipts. I feel like a dog I can eat. Hide into the doors of a Jeep. I don't play with my nose, but
Got a feeling I should hold on, but I've been leaning on the wrong one too long. If I could only see what I've done, I'd look through mirrors more than just once. I'm done. When I go overboard, I shout out, but no one hears me, not when I'm loud.
Here we go then, everybody. We are back for Imola for the 32 lap race. We are readying up at 8:48 British time. So yes, 2 minutes, and then we will be going, thank God. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen, on the grid. Finally, we get racing here in Imola. It is 5 lights ahead of the drivers, and it's lights out, and away we go. What is... No way. Oh, this is so annoying. We'd be halfway done by now. We'd be halfway done. Right, I'll be back, everybody, when we get going. Right, we're back again for the third time, everybody. Hopefully this time is the time. Apparently 8:56 is ready up time. I just want to go get my dinner, guys. I just want to go get my dinner, please. Please let this be the one. Please. Here we go then. Hopefully this is the time, ladies and gentlemen. Please say it is. Lights out, and away we go. Riley Blunt off the line very well. This is more like it. Absolutely brilliant down into turn one. Then Riley Blunt with a very nice start. We go racing in Imola. It is the Ferrari leading from Balint, then from KB. Maslin and Artem go side by side through the first corners, side by side with the middle of the pack here. Supply Raptor and Scissors giving it a go. Maslin as well involved in the pack. Yellow sector in the first sector, everybody. As yellow flags have come out for some reason. But a good start to 32-lap Grand Prix. Riley Blunt leads this race at the moment. Then from Balint, then from KB, then from Artem, Supply, Maslin, Scissors, Nick Arrow, Cloud, Zyro, Vettel, Lawless, DM, and the list goes on. It's an incredible start to the Imola Grand Prix as the Ferrari of Cloud off the track there, falling down the order to P12. He rejoins in the middle of the pack after coming off the track and going on to the gravel tracks. Riley with a very good start is leading the Grand Prix here in Italy from Balint, then from KB. It's down at the back. Wipeout and a K5 are having a bit of a scrap at the moment. As the first lap of 32 is concluded, we start the second lap now. The fastest lap goes to Blunty in this race. We head all the way down then, ladies and gentlemen, towards the first corner. Will we see any overtakes is the question. First pit stop coming in from DM at the start of this race. Possibly a bit of wing damage for him then as we head through the first few corners here in Italy. It's a very nice start from the front runners. Here comes the Red Bull of Raptor on Artem, looking at the inside line there, but couldn't make it stick this time around. Now on the sister team car, he's going to try and pull a move off. Is it possible? Here in the Red Bull then, Supply is going to try and do an undercut here on Artem, position-wise. Will he be able to get through? Stops strategy on your screen at the moment. 2 stops and the 3 stops. It's looking like a 2-stop today then, everybody, in terms of pit stops for the drivers. But we're going to head all the way down to the end of this lap as Riley still leads by 0.3 of a second. Balint is chasing him into the final 2 corners, and he's actually chasing him very well. Once that DRS is activated, I fear that he might very easily get through. Here comes the Williams then. The DRS will not be in full force. Oh, it is this lap, sorry. He's going to come now all the way down the straight. Balint is going to get through past Riley. KB as well is going to fly through past Riley Blunt as well into second place. The Ferrari then down to third now with a very good start to this race. It is Balint and KB who get ahead of the pole sitter in the early stages, all due to the DRS, and that helps an absolute ton, doesn't it? On this lap, ladies and gentlemen, we have the one long DRS zone down the straight, and that is the only DRS zone on this track in Imola, as opposed to some tracks where you get 4, which is absolutely crazy. I think it is it's Miami with 4, or 3 DRS zones, Miami, sorry. But anyway, 1 DRS zone here in Imola, and it is working wonders for the drivers. I'm thinking down the straight is going to be the prime overtaking opportunity, and we might well see that again on this lap around as the bulk of the pack now makes their way, snaking through the final sector, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 3 of 32. Over the line, the DRS activated. Here we go, then Artem on the Ferrari. Riley Blunt, who took pole position, is being overtaken now down the straight. Artem is through. Will he get through to third place though? Yes, he will. He gets through now onto the second row of the grid, into the podium positions. Lovely stuff from Artem, who now has got KB in his sights. Riley Blunt losing time here as the Red Bull now takes advantage up the inside line. Raptor flies through in Imola. Lovely stuff as he finds 4th place, and the Ferrari has to settle for 5. Lovely overtake from the Red Bull of Supply Raptor. Lap 4 of 32, and the drivers are, it's been very clean. No DOS, no DNFs, everybody, in this race at the minute. We've had a very clean Grand Prix so far, with only 4 laps in, and Balint leads this Grand Prix from KB, who is going to be the man in front as we head down the straight again. Could be absolutely anybody, it really could. Now the top 4 are separated by nothing, absolutely nothing. Supply Raptor tries up the inside line there of Artem, couldn't do it. Ethan with the 3-second penalty. We head into the final corner, and now all the way down to the main straight. The DRS will be in full swing. Who is going to get ahead? KB now flies to the opposition. Supply Raptor is going to get through past his sister teammate. Will he be able to try and make it work though? No, he doesn't. He very nearly gets through. DRS wasn't enough this time around. Balint still leads as well. KB couldn't find his way through this time around. Riley Blunt still holds 5. Maslin 6, Scissors 7. Nick in 8. Zyro now having a bit of a scrap in 9, trying to hold the 2 drivers of Vettel and Cloud at bay. They're trying to get through from behind. But here is Cloud then, going around the outside line in the Mercedes. Vettel, oh, there's the Mercedes of Scissors, who has gone around hitting his own teammate there with a bit of wing damage. I'm not sure if his teammate got any wing damage. He did. No end plate there on the Mercedes. His own teammate made him get wing damage. And now we head through into the end of the second sector with Cloud ahead of Vettel, who has got a bit of end plate damage on the front right of his car. He's going to have to go into the pit lane soon if that starts to mess around with the aerodynamics. Oh, look at that. Did you see that snap from Lawless Fever? Absolutely crazy snap. Could have sent him well off there. Zyro and Nick giving it a bit of a go. Nick up the inside line. Will he be able to get through? Look at this. Brilliant stuff there from the Williams. The McLaren has to settle for 8, and Nick is through to P7 as we cross the line, ladies and gentlemen, with Balint being the race leader in the Williams. He's not been overtaken yet. Can KB find the time? Not just this time around. Cloud and Zyro now swapping positions down the straight. Look at this. He's through. Scissors retires then in the pit lane, I believe that is, as that will not bring a safety car out. He retires and leaves as the racing continues, ladies and gentlemen. The first retiree is Scissors. It's Vettel up the inside line, leaving no margin for error, and he makes it work beautifully into P9, followed by the 2 McLarens who are trying to catch him as we head through on lap 6. Will the McLarens find him? Probably not at the moment. His head seat was giving a bit of competition now in the back of the McLaren, but wasn't anything too important as they fell behind. Here we go then, we round off the final corner once again. Pit lane there then for Vettel, who is going to get his front wing changed. So does Lawless Fever. Sorry, his teammate, not Zyro. That is who is in the pit lane as Lawless Fever carries on. Being overtaken now by Edsy. There's Wipeout with a 10-second penalty. Lots is going on now. Edsy round the outside line. I've seen this once before and I've seen it again now. Edsy, brilliant stuff in the Haas, who gets ahead into P9. Through past Lawless Fever, around the outside in the chicane. That was a brilliant move and a brave one, I must say, on lap 7 of 32. Very nice start to this race, everybody. There's still quite a bit of a thick pack at the minute. A Supply Raptor with a 3-second time penalty. And the driver's heading round now to the end of lap 7 with 32 total that we have to do here today. We've already done 7, nearly on to the 8th now, as Balint still leads. It is looking really promising for him in the minute, as KB now actually is going to stick it at the inside line. And for the first time this evening, the kick Sauber of KB leads the Imola Grand Prix here in Italy. Love to see it. He is not over yet. The Williams wanting this very bad in second position with a 4/10 gap to KB. Will he be able to find the time to make the overtake? That is the question. We're one quarter of a way into this race, everybody. It's gone very fast, that has, 1/4 of a way. And now we make our way into the end of the Sector 2 with KB being your leader, but will it be leader for will he be leader to the end of the lap? That is the question, probably. But once we reach the sorry, I was reading the Twitch chat there. I got completely sidetracked. Yeah, once we reach the straight, it's going to be a lot better for the overtakes, and I think Balint might be able to regain his top spot here today. Riley Blunt a bit out of the picture at the moment, still P4, not too bad, but at the moment not looking like he's on for the race win as we head all the way down the straight, and KB led for 1 lap, but it's going to be 1 lap only. Is he going to stay behind? Yes, he does. Balint stays behind tactically. That was very tactical there for the number 15 of Balint. He stays behind on purpose. Doesn't want to make the overtake yet. Tactical stuff here from the Williams. As that is giving time for Artem to catch up, actually. He's 6/10 behind now, just on the back. Edsy with a 3-second penalty. Speaking of penalties, let's go through them, shall we? 3 for Raptor, 3 for Edsy, 3 for Ethan. As now a bit of a battle here. I think DM gets through past K5. Is Wipeout now in the action as well. He's got 13 seconds of penalties. He's now on the gravel, on the grass. Round the outside goes K5, and now we've got Wipeout at the back of the grid, ladies and gentlemen. The main tyre on the grid is mediums, completely dominated by the mediums. There's quite a few hards as well, but majority is the mediums here today, with very small amount of pit stops. Of course, we're going to go quite a bit longer on these mediums before we make a pit stop. Shouldn't be too long, but we can go a little bit longer on these. Lap 10 of 32, led by KB. Balint now, is he going to try and get through this time, or will he stay behind tactically again? No, this time he wants to make that move down the inside, and he takes the lead of the Italian Grand Prix. Balint into the lead now in the Williams. He is through. KB second place. Wipeout now with a 3-second penalty, just adding to the tally even further. Should be, I think, 16 seconds now for him. As pit lane for Lyrian in the RB. The RBX in the pit lane, everybody, as we are on lap 10 of 32. Not too long away till we round it off, and Balint leads. He leads again. Last lap around, he stayed behind tactically. This lap around, he absolutely sent it down the inside. It was clear he wanted that move. Will he defend this well enough. It isn't looking like he will be able to. The DRS is far too strong to defend down that straight, and with half a second, is that going to be enough to defend off from KB? We're going to head down the straight. No pit stops coming in just yet, everybody, for the main of the pack. As KB now with the DRS heading all the way down. Will it be enough to gain up on the Williams? This is getting closer and tight as we head now down into the left-hander. KB tactically stays behind again. Barmy and Edsy, P9 and P10, having a bit of a scrap then in 9 and 10 there. As the head gets Barmy Tick in the kick Sauber. Behind that, Maslin, sorry, in the Haas in 13, coming out of the pit lane now on the brand new hard compound tyres. So he will, he should be, within a few laps when they're at the optimal temperature, he should be all good to go. Right, I'm back, everybody. Sorry about that. Just been looking at some of the DMs. I've been told that some of the ads are quite high. We've got some quite high ad rates in a minute. I didn't realise that. I genuinely didn't realise. So I will try and turn that down. Quick reply to this. Hang on a minute. Right, we are back, everybody. Adverts have been turned off for the stream, so you guys can enjoy it. You guys can hopefully enjoy this. I'm hoping that they're completely off now. Let me know if you get another one, and it might just be that, you know, maybe just during this stream they stay on. But I have clicked the off button, so they should be off now. So I hope that satisfies you guys, and I do apologise for them being so high. I didn't realise they were that high. So yeah, I won't do that again. That is completely my bad. But hopefully you can enjoy the racing now. Barmy Tick is your race leader. We've had some pit stops, a lot of hard compound tyre runners now. Unfortunately, I'm so sorry I missed that bit. I was just trying to sort the advert out. I've had a few complaints about it, so I just wanted to sort that out for you guys. But yes, that should be all good now. Right in the chat, it's good to see you, mate. Thanks for the followers, Mel, whoever's just followed. We've got 20-odd people in the chat today. It is a very nice showing and a very big grid. I do appreciate it. Hopefully the commentary's been all right for you so far. Balint now is going to try and... oh, sorry, he's in the provisional lead, isn't he? Because Barmy Tick still needs to go into the pit lane with a 13-lap old hards. But they, of course, can go for a little bit longer. The hards, of course, run longer than the mediums like the other drivers were on. So this Kick Sauber is going to go. He is going to push. And with 13-lap old hards, he's still got quite a bit of tyre life left. So let's see what he can do. I'm looking forward to see it. And where would he come out once he finally decides to pit is the question. Balint then is in the provisional lead. KB, third place at the minute. Supply Raptor 4, Artem 5. Very close running with the drivers at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. And it is really exciting to see. It really is. Riley Blunt with a 3-second time penalty. Speaking of that, let's quickly go through them, shall we? Balint with a 10-second penalty. That is big as KB just trying to make the move. Yeah, Balint with a 10-second. That's absolutely huge. Supply with a 3. So does Maslin and Riley Blunt. Lawless as well. Oh, what have we seen there? Big crash into the board. I think that could have been a lot worse. As I think it was only a board on the side, maybe a marshal board. But thank the Lord it was that. Could have been a hell of a lot worse than that. Mazzara with a 3-second time penalty, but wow, just wow, that could have been a hell of a lot worse, ladies and gentlemen. Lap 15 of 32, and some absolutely superb racing so far. I've got to give it to you guys. It is good. It really is good, and wow, every single one of you should be proud of yourself. This is incredible racing. It really is. As we're going to go back to the front and see what we can see. Probably not too much at the moment, but as you all know, we've seen it many times so far. As we head down the straight, the DRS is incredibly strong here in Imola, and Balint leads, so he is in much danger at the minute from the drivers behind. KB is gaining with the Kick Sauber with half a second, to gain to Balint in the Williams. Will he make the move? Here we go. Is he going to be left or right, or will he stay behind? He stays behind into turn 1. Just teasing us with the overtake at the moment. Oh, Artem looking like he's going to go off the track there. Just about saved it, but lost a lot of time. Now the gap is half a second between them. DM then, early, further down the grid, is in the pit lane. As Wipeout Jr. finds the way past him. As the back of the grid, quite spaced out now compared to the front. They're still quite bunched up, actually. Halfway now into this Grand Prix. We're 50% done. 50%, 5-0. There we go then, lap 16 of 32, ladies and gentlemen. It's been an incredible race so far. We are halfway in, and I really hope you're enjoying so far. There's been quite a few stutters on the commentary. I do apologise. It's my first time here. I'm just trying to learn the ropes with it. I'm sure in the next few weeks I'll settle in, but hopefully it is all good for you. And Barmy leads, but he was ahead earlier on. He's now 3 tenths behind. Here comes Balint in the Williams. He's going to fly through to the lead. It's going to be KB who's going to go through past his teammate as well. He's into second place, and Supply Raptor 2. All 3 of them move past. Now 4. Artem goes through as well. Barmy Tick, quadruple overtake down the straight. And he's down to 5 after still needing to pit, actually, on the 16-lap old hards. Lap 17 of 32, ladies and gentlemen. And Barmy Tick overtaken massively down the straight. As now, this is your lead. This is not provisional. Balint does lead on the 4-lap old hards on lap 17. We had many restarts earlier, but now it is turned into a brilliant race. Zyro has gone around, I think, for a brief moment there at the back. In P13, he brings himself back on the grid. Not entirely sure what happened there because he didn't catch it, unfortunately. Vettel comes out of the pit lane now on the brand new hards. But once again, I do apologise about the adverts, and if you're in the chat and you do see any more, let me know. I have turned them off to my knowledge. That's what I think I've done. But yes, you'll have to let me know. I think it's all good at the minute. But everybody in the chat, it's good to see you all as Balint with a fastest lap, 1:15.7 here in Imola at the moment on lap 18, and Supply now making his way past KB into second place. I genuinely don't know who is going to win this race. I genuinely don't know. It's been incredible, and I'd go as far as to say my favourite league race, my favourite league that I'm commentating in at the moment. It is incredible racing. KB giving it a good go here, as he must have given it a bit of a too much of a good go there with a 3-second time penalty, just adding to the tally for all of the drivers. Now, the biggest penalty we have here is 16 seconds given to Wipeout Jr. as Lawless gets through past the RB there in the McLaren into P11. Lovely, lovely stuff there. Is that a pit stop for Zyro? Yes, it is. He's going to come out now on the... What tyres is he on? He's going to be on the hards there. As Antoine joins back again, and DM flies through past Zyro, who was just in the pit lane at that moment in time. There's Nick with a 3-second penalty as well. I will turn that off now. You can have a look at the stops if you'd like, everybody. As Cloud, maybe, is going to gain enough to make a move on his teammate. We'd love to see it. The two Ferraris could be a good battle here. Remember, Riley Blunt took pole position here. He's now fighting for P6. He's going to get it off the line. Here we go down the straight. It is the two Ferraris and the Kick Sauber. 3 abreast down the straight. It is Riley Blunt into 6. Cloud now with the DRS going to fly past his teammate. Nick as well into 7. Will he try and get through past the second Ferrari down the inside line? This is incredible. The Ferrari backs out into 8. Riley Blunt now down to 8. It is Cloud who makes his way up to 6. How has that happened? I do not know, but a brilliant, brilliant battle we are witnessing. Barmy Tick then in 9, giving it a good go as well. And the Ferrari ahead, just a little bit too much on the curb there, nearly lost his rear. Ethan Taylor with a 3-second time penalty. A lot of penalties, but I do not care. The racing has been good. The racing has been brilliant. And let me just quickly look at the penalties. 10-second for Balin, 3 for Supply. At the minute, Artem is your race winner if it finishes like this, everybody. Let's see how it ends up. Let's just see, shall we? It is going to be a very tight finish, and I'm all here for it. Lap 19 of 32. Not too long left now of the Grand Prix. We are over half race distance. Oh, I've got a whole season of this. I've got a whole season of this. It is going to be superb. It is going to be superb. Balint then in the lead by 2.5 seconds. He's safe from the DRS because the guys behind him are all scrapping away. Now Supply Raptors your second place sitter. Artem gains on the second place. KB follows him through too, but not enough at the moment for an overtake. They do get a bit closer though into turn 1 on lap 20 now. 12 laps to go of this Imola Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. We have Balint leading and Supply Raptor, but Artem at the moment would be the race winner on penalties. It is all a bit up in the air at the minute with the penalties, but the one thing you need to know is Artem would be the race winner on these penalties at the minute. But anything can change, and I am all for it. It's going to be superb as we head up the hill for the drivers. I'm going to focus on these guys actually because Balint is way ahead into the distance. Here we go then. Let's do it all again, ladies and gentlemen. Supply Raptor ahead. We've seen this same battle last lap around, but it didn't really unfold the way we'd like it to do. Artem now looks ever closer, and he's going to stick it on the outside line. The two sister teams goes neck and neck. It is Artem into second place. Supply Raptor now drops down to third. KB with front row seats, this extravaganza in front of his eyes. And Artem finds the second place spot here today, just solidifying the fact that he's probably going to win this race if it stays like this. Now into second, Supply, now down to third, Cloud and Cloud and KB in 4 and 5, Maslin then in 6. Everybody's still very tight and compact. It's impressive, it really is. Here comes Zyro on DM then. Will he go through? Yes, he will, very easily into P15. And if you're in the chat and you're not racing, could you let me know, what are the points like in this league? Do you guys have points all the way through the grid, or is it just 1 to 10? You'll have to let me know, because there's a lot of leagues that do it, you know, differently, so I never really know. But if somebody knows, let me know in the chat. As Riley brought with a 3-second time penalty, adding to tally again. I think it's 6 for Riley now in this race. Many drivers with a penalty. There's only a select few that don't have one now, which is going to really highly benefit them. All positions score points. I appreciate you. Thank you, mate. Thank you. So that's good. It's really good. I think that promotes. It's so much better for the championship when all positions score points. It really is. Supply back into second now. Artem to third. Sorry, as Nick gets through to 6, and Maslin down to 7 in the Haas car. There's only 10 more times that we venture around the Imola circuit before the end of this Grand Prix. Pit lane then for Barmy Tick. He finally makes that pit stop onto the medium compound tyres. Now, what can he do? He gets overtaken by the Red Bull, and he comes out in P17, ladies and gentlemen, on lap 22. As Bannett leads, and he leads by 4.6 seconds. I think he's got a 10-second penalty, and if he wants to win this race, he needs to get ahead by 7 because Supply's got a 3. So, you know, that's the margins we're working with. Actually, it wouldn't be that, would it? Because Arten's just behind. I'm not entirely sure, to be fair. It's all getting quite complicated now, isn't it? On lap 23 of 32. And if you haven't yet followed, make sure you do, because I'm going to be here every single race of the season for battles like this. As Artem into second place in the V-Carb. He flies through again. We've seen it multiple times today, and he thoroughly deserves this win if he does get ahead and win it today, because this is superb racing from the RB, who is ahead once again to second place. Not quite being able to catch Ballint because they're just stuck in this DRS train, and it's not really helping them out. But it is, you know, it is all good for him anyway, because with the penalties, he's most likely going to go ahead and take that win today. Maybe battle here with Lawless and Edsy could be a possibility, as Lawless picks up a 3-second penalty. Maybe a bit of a commentator's curse there, everybody. The second we go on to them, they pick up the penalty. Going a bit wide out of the exit there, as I've just seen some arrows. Let's see what we got. Bit of an overtake here from Barmy Tick, who did get passed by the Red Bull in the pit lane. Now, on the new mediums, flies through to P16. Lovely stuff for them. The next driver to overtake is 5.2 seconds down the road. Will they be able to gain with the minimal laps? 9 laps to go in this Grand Prix. It is possible, but really isn't a lot of working space to work with now, is there? Here we go. Heading down the straight once again, everybody. The Red Bull of Supply Raptor. We've seen this before and we'll see it again. He gets through to second place. The tussling continues in EA Racing League, and I am absolutely loving it so far. The top 4 are, well, these 3 are very close. Ballint has ran off by 5.6 seconds, and if he keeps up at this rate, he might actually be able to take a win. He might actually be able to take the win. He's really pushing the car, and he's getting the maximum potential out of it on these hards. He really, really is. The tyres, he's got the best combination. He can dominate on the hards, and they go so long with tyre life. He will be set till the end of this race now in the lead, and if he can pull ahead enough, he could go ahead and win this race. But let's see what he's got in store for us, everybody. The gap being 5.8 seconds is absolutely superb. Zyro with a 3-second penalty, everybody. The tally adds on. Oh, let's have a look, shall we, at what the penalties are looking like. We've got 10s, we've got 16s, 6 seconds, 9 seconds, 3 seconds. What Ballint doesn't want to do is the fact that he's pushing so hard means there's a very high chance of getting another penalty here, and if he does that, it will completely screw his chances, completely screw them of winning. He's still got a minuscule chance, and he's gaining quite a lot per lap. It is possible. The race is on. The Haas then. Oh, goes a bit wide. We thought he came out worse there, but no, Lawless with an awful exit of the corner. Lose a lot of time on the exit there in P10. All drivers score points, everybody, but of course you're going to be wanting to score more the higher you go up. DM in 14 now as Zyro well off the track then on the slip road there. We didn't catch that, unfortunately, but something happened in order for him to go right off onto the tarmac. And you know what? It took us a while to get going, didn't everybody? This morning. My brain is fried. It took us a while to get going, didn't it? Earlier on, before the race started, a few restarts, you know, and now it was all worth it. It was absolutely worth it. Nick with a 3-second penalty. Only select few now that don't have one. Artem, Nick, I think, is it Nick? No, sorry, Cloud doesn't have one. Vettel doesn't have one, and Barmy Tick and K5 too. And the only retiree is Scissors, everybody. So 19 drivers that have raced full pelt so far for 26 laps. Not really any issues. It has been good so far as Balint leads by 6.4. And at this rate, I don't know if he's going to get enough time gained. K5 with a 3-second penalty now. The commentator's curse is real. Oh, I'm so sorry. My mic was muted for some reason. We are back, though. Yellow flags. Thanks for the follows, everybody. I really appreciate it. It means a hell of a lot. Really, really nice of you. As we are back. Lap 27 of 32. Is that rain? Is that rain? Oh, my God. It's rain, everybody. Rain is pouring in Imola, in the streets of Imola. What is going on? Rain is coming down over the drivers. We was not expecting this one, were we? But are they going to persevere and stick it out to the end of the race? I'm not too sure. There's 5 more times that they've got to go around the track before the end. Is the rain going to get that bad that they have to pit? That is the question. We will see. We will see. I mean, you know, for me, I don't mind. I really don't mind. I think it would be pretty damn cool if they all have to go into the pit lane. Gives us something more to watch, doesn't it? So, you know, we'll see. We'll see if that happens or not, everybody. Lap 28 of 32. Pit stop coming in for Cloud. What's he going to do? Is he going to go on to the intermediates, possibly? Let's check. He does. The intermediates, the first time we've seen them this afternoon, everybody. They get put on the car for Cloud. Will anybody follow him in and do the same thing? Maybe. We'll just have to see. The rain doesn't look so bad at the moment, but oh, it is starting to come down a little bit more. It really is. You can see on the, you know, on the first-person view or on the onboard cam, it is coming down a little bit more than you can see just on the TV footage. So rain is pouring, everybody, is the big story of this afternoon. We've got the RB going into the pit lane to give us, I think he's going to get some intermediate tyres on. We've got Vettel going in for the inters as well. Zyro coming in for the inters too. Some drivers now are deciding to opt for that strategy. Some are staying out. Some, like Balint, who is 8.6 seconds in the lead ahead of Artem. And, oh my God, he's driving beautifully at the moment. He hasn't put a foot wrong. 8.9 seconds the lead. Wipe out with a 3-second penalty. Balint could actually go ahead and win this today, everybody. He really could. And I'm not too sure which way it's going to go. I'm not too sure at all. He's got 9-second gap. Artem is behind. And as it stands, if Artem stays where he is, Balint needs 1 more second gap to win this race. That is it. 1 more second gap. And he wins this race. Let's put the tyres on screen, shall we, everybody? It is going to be the intermediates for a lot of drivers, actually. Many drivers now going for that strategy. Supply coming out of the pit lane, KB coming out as well. A lot of drivers decided to go on the inters now. It's probably half of the grid that have actually opted for that strategy on lap 29 to 32. We're going to start to see some drivers struggle, I think, pretty soon as the track does start to get a bit wetter as we go on. It is really getting a bit more damp now, and these slicks are not built for that kind of weather. They'll just slip and slide all over the track. It will just be like a slip and slide, pretty much. Just an absolute huge one, and they will probably want to go into the pit lane and get the inters on if it does get too bad. Definitely not for the wets, but the intermediates is a very good call if it gets even more wet. Yellow flags there as somebody's gone round. I can't quite see who it is. It's Maslin, sorry, on the hard compound tyres. It just shows you maybe, I don't know if that was to do with the rain or not, but it could be very slippy and slidey out there at the moment. Balint decides to not pit again still. Artem, will he go into the pit lane? No, Artem does stay out, sorry. He stays out in second place, keeps his track position with only 2 laps to go of this Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. This one and 2 more, so effectively 3 actually, before the end of this race. Is Ethan Taylor now in the pit lane. So many drivers deciding to go for the pit lane call for the intermediates. Balint now 9.9 ahead of Artem. This could be monumental for him. This is incredible stuff. Nobody really knew who is going to win. It's all been a bit up in the air today. And finally, Artem and Balint, the gap reaches over 10 seconds, meaning Balint would win this Grand Prix today if it finishes like this. Remember, we still have this lap and 2 more before the race ends. This is it. The race is on for 3 more laps of racing here in Imola, ladies and gentlemen, for EA Racing League. There's Tudor. No, Tudor, what am I talking about? My brain is so fried. I've just actually called Artem the name of his rear wing. Okay, anyway, lap 30 of 32, everybody. Balint leads, and it's still 10.2. This is incredible. It really is. Behind that, Barmy, Tick, and DM swap positions in 13 and 14. Barmy gets into P13 in the kick Sauber today, and very good job from him. Points for everybody, as you all know, but more points for Barmy now as he's made that position up. But here we go, the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix begins. Balint leads from Artem in second place. Then it's Nick Arrow in third. Supplying for KB5, Cloud 6, as Madeline picks up a 3-second time penalty. And we start the second to last lap of the Grand Prix, where it could very well be a Balint win today. Only 3 drivers not going on to the intermediates. Will they be able to master the conditions? The rain is still pouring. It's still going to get wet out there. It is getting wetter by the lap. With only this one and one more, you can see Balint really struggling, but clearly he has much more car control than Artem, because at the moment he is doing much better out there, gaining far more time, which shows that Artem is losing control of the car far more frequently than Balint is. He is keeping it on the track much better and controlling it through these corners. He's getting the power down absolutely beautifully with hardly any mistakes at the moment. A little bit of wheel spin, but not too much for him to handle. Artem second place with a 11.6 second gap, and at the minute the race win is out of the window. There's 1 lap left after this one, the final lap showdown. If Artem gets in under the 10 seconds, he wins this race. If not, Balint is going to go ahead and win in the 3rd round of EA Racing League. Here we go. This is it. The final lap of the Imola Grand Prix begins in the wet conditions. What a sensational race it has been. What a sensational ride. With 32 laps we've completed. Balint ahead. It's been quite up in the air the whole entire race, everybody. Nobody really knew the positions of the drivers, where anybody's going to finish. It has been quite crazy. But at the end of it, we are starting to see. It is starting to come a lot clearer who is going to be the man standing on the top step of the podium to receive the biggest trophy and to win the Imola Grand Prix. The Williams of Balint is going to be that man if he doesn't make any mistakes. The gap is 12.2. He has a 10-second time penalty which is going to get cancelled out with this big, massive gap between Artem. And he has completely and utterly worked for this one. Absolutely. He decided to not go on the intermediate tyres, and he drifts through the corners so elegantly in the Williams. He controls it so beautifully, and he heads all the way down then towards the final few corners. And after working so hard to keep the car on the track, it's been a brilliant drive from Balint in the Williams as he rounds off the final corners in Imola. And for round 3 of EA Racing League, ladies and gentlemen, Balint in the Williams will cross the line to win the Grand Prix here today. It is Supply takes second place. Imola is won by Balint for round 3. Supply second place. Artem third. It's going to be KB across the line in 4. Let's see what the penalties are going to do, everybody. It's going to be quite hectic over the line. Artem third. Oh, Cloud then takes third. He gets the final spot on the podium. Artem all the way down to 4 in this race. KB 5, Nick 6 then. Once he crosses the line, Riley Blunt's coming round now. Nick off the track. He's going to lose many positions now. Here comes Riley Blunt towards the line, across the line in 6, ladies and gentlemen. Lovely stuff from him. Edzi in 7, Maslin 8. Then it's going to be Lawless Fever across the line in 9. Narrowly missing the V-carb there. Nick, who is really struggling to get off the gravel here, is losing endless positions, and that is so unfortunate. Oh, he's got a puncture, that's why. He's got a puncture in the rain. Oh my lord, Nick on 20 lap old hards. Wow. Finishing on 3 tyres. 14th position for Nick. That's over the line. Zyro 15. Great Antoine then finishes in a few moments time. But what a race, everybody. What a race. And that is it, your Grand Prix completed, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed the commentary tonight. I do apologise if it weren't absolutely incredible. Hopefully I'll settle in a bit better next week. But there we go. The podium celebrations for you. That was so well deserved for the Williams. It really, really was. Absolutely brilliant drive. You can't knock him for that. It was great. And to stay out on the hards, not go on to the intermediate tyres, it is just sensational stuff as he wins in Imola, as the Ferrari and the Red Bull join him on the podium. Some celebrations with the champagne flying and the confetti falling. This is it. This is what it's for. The moments like this. Balint wins the Imola Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, race winner. As fastest lap goes to Barmy, driver of the day goes to Cloud, and most overtakes goes to Barmy Tick as well. Let's finish results then on your screen for the Imola Grand Prix. What a race it was. Balint wins in the Williams after having a 10-second penalty and still pulling it off. The 2 Americans of Supplying Cloud, 2nd and 3rd then on this grid. Then it's Artem 4, KB 5, Riley Blunt 6, Edzi 7, Maslin 8, Vettel 9, and Lawless, who rounds off the top 10, ladies and gentlemen. That will be it from me, and I hope you've enjoyed the commentary. Just to let you know before I go, everybody, this stream will be on my Twitch, and it's also going to get uploaded to my YouTube as well. So after the week or so when Twitch gets rid of the video, it's still going to be there. So if you ever want to watch it back, you're more than welcome to. It's going to be uploaded to the YouTube probably in about an hour's time, so make sure you're there to watch that if you want to watch it back. Hope you've enjoyed, everybody. It has been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for having me, and I'll see you all next Saturday. Good night, everybody.